In the headlines, state speakers call on federal governors to stop the killings. Delta governor joins APC, directs appointees to register. Bayelsa community protests 10 months blackout, gives PHEDC ultimatum. On the foreign scene, Houthis launch missiles in Israeli city, interception reported. Hello and welcome to Trust News Updates. My name is Idris Daya Baturi. Now, the Conference of Speakers of State Legislatures of Nigeria has condemned the recent wave of killings in Plateau, Borno, Benue, Niger, and recently Kwara State, calling on the federal and state government to take urgent steps to stem this tide. The conference chairman, Adebo Ogundoyin, stated this in a statement issued in Ibadan, Oyo State. Ogundoyin, who is the Speaker of the Oyo Assembly, said the gruesome killings had led to tragic loss of lives, widespread displacement, and unimaginable trauma for thousands of Nigerians. He called on state government to complement the effort of the federal government by making and enforcing enabling laws for community policing and other grassroots-driven security models. According to him, states must develop proactive frameworks that integrate local intelligence, social support systems, and youth engagement in the fight against insecurity. Now, Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborevwori has formally defected from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC). Oborevwori, who announced his defection on Wednesday during a closed-door meeting at the government house in Asaba, said his decision to join APC was for the interest of state's long-term development. The governor's spokesman, Festus Ahon, who confirmed the defection, said the governor took the decision after extensive consultations with political stakeholders in the state. Delta State Commissioner for Information also confirms defection.
It is said that when the taste of the palm wine changes, the drinking pattern also changes. And the leaders of the party, in the course of the consultation, were unanimous in their view that the political temperature have changed. The taste of the palm wine in this instance have also changed, and there was the need for us to adjust the drinking pattern. And in adjusting that drinking pattern, we needed to take a decision that will further help to cement the development in our states, to build the bond of love that have existed in our states, to further advance the cause of security and the welfare of our people, and to a very large extent ensure that development in Delta, because civil politics is local, is not truncated. And in taking that decision, we came to the inevitable conclusion that moving out of the PDP is very, very necessary for us to be able to collaborate with our kith and kin and build that state that every Delta will be proud of.
Now, a suspected a notorious thug and a suspected armed robber identified as Oborevwori, who had long terrorized residents of Gomaja and surroundings area in Kano metropolis, was killed on Tuesday following an attempted attack on police personnel. According to eyewitnesses and security sources, the incident occurred when police operatives confronted the suspect during a routine operation. Reports say Oborevwori, in an attempt to resist arrest, reportedly drew a knife and attacked the officers, prompting them to respond with lethal force. The suspect was neutralized on the spot, bringing to an end a reign of fear and hard-gripped part of the city for months. The development sparked wild celebrations among local residents, with many describing the late Oborevwori as a menace responsible for numerous violent crimes, including armed robbery and street attacks. Police authorities are yet to release an official statement at the time of filing these reports. Now, many passengers were stranded on Wednesday at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Kano State, following a protest by staff members of the Nigerian Meteorological Agency over the non-implementation of national minimum wage. The protest caused delays in several scheduled flights at the airport. An airport staff member who spoke on condition of anonymity said the protest disrupted many flights, forcing the airport authority to cancel or delay them. It was gathered that many air travelers were left stranded as numerous flights experienced delays due to the protest. The Northwest Zonal Chairman of the Amalgamated Union of Public Corporations, Civil Service, Technical and Recreational Employees, Timothy Michelia, also confirmed that the protest disrupted several flights at the airport on Wednesday. As of the time of filing the report, officials of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria in Kano are yet to make an official statement regarding the protest. Now, residents of Azikoro town in Yenagoa local government area of Bayelsa State on Wednesday staged a protest at the premises of the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company PHEDC, demanding that electricity in their area be fixed. According to the protesters, the area has been in total darkness for 10 months before the recent vandalism of power infrastructure that resulted to a blackout in the area. Trust TV correspondent Friday Oborevwori Peter has more.
Peaceful protest representatives of the town gave the management of Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company (PHEDC) a one-week ultimatum to restore power supply. According to them, a federal lawmaker in the constituency has provided all necessary cables for them.
For the past 1 year, and Azikoro community has been in total darkness, and we are no longer comfortable with the situation of things. Long before now, we have had series of discussions with NEPA officials, and they have told us on several occasions that they will come and work on our light. They will go to the state government to come and do our light. And luckily, our representative Honorable of 4G Oboko Aponsizibe gave us cable. And from that time till now, I have been calling them on series of occasions. I will call them, they will not pick my call, nor return my calls. We are here with just one demand, and that one demand is come and fix our lights. And we are in pain. The simple thing we are here is that we have given them 1 week. Yes, sir. 1 week to finish the work. If there is no light in Bayelsa State, let us show that Azikoro has no light. But if Bayelsa State has light, Azikoro should have light. So we are giving them 1 week. We are going to come back exactly Wednesday. Come back here. It's either we are coming back here to thank them, or we are coming back here to with more crowd.
Addressing the protesters, the project engineer of PHEDC Yenagoa office, who informed the protesters why the fixing of their line got delayed, however, said they have already started work as of Tuesday.
And we thought that if we fix these cables at the time when there is blackout, the same persons who took advantage of those supply to vandalize the previous cables will still come and vandalize again. So we said that we are going to wait on the supply is restored, then we continue to work. And interestingly, yesterday, the work of the habilitation of the Azikoro line has commenced. So already we have started the work. Even without this protest, we have already started because supply has been restored to the state. And what is going to profit us if other people are having supply and Azikoro axis of Yenagoa does not have supply? Whether we like it or not, some of our brothers and sisters are residing in those areas.
He appealed to the youth of Azikoro town to protect power infrastructure within their domain to curb further vandalism that will again plunge the area into total blackout. From Yenagoa, Friday Oborevwori Peter, Trust TV News.
Now, the district of Bauchi, Nura Adamu Jumba, has called on unions and associations nationwide to demonstrate good leadership rooted in strong moral values that emphasize the welfare and development of the members. Jumba made the call while receiving the Bauchi chapter of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, MSSN, for guidance and counsel. Trust TV's Adamu Imam reports.
Responding to issues affecting unionism and associations, the district head stressed that prudent and transparent management of resources is crucial for achieving the collective goals of all members. He encouraged them to value any efforts that contribute to progress. I must commend the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria for steering the affairs of the organization in a transparent manner. They have shown that they can be trusted, and that is key in leadership. For their part, the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria stated that they are actively working to instill Islamic values and morality to integrate sound knowledge within Nigeria's educational system. They also expressed gratitude for the support of a boss provided by the state governor and appreciated the district head's encouraging words.
We have acquired the bus, and inshallah all the programs that NSSN will be doing to the bus, will be Sadaqah, Jariya, to His Excellency. Hope these efforts that you do will be the reasons that Allah will give you
commitment to give the society, the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, during the APC Islamic Vocational Course held in Bauchi last year, and the commitment, and he really tried to help us to reach a lot of the negatives that we cannot able to reach.
The MSSN affirmed their acceptance of Western education, acknowledging its historical origins as a colonial legacy from the Western world. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
Now, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetekun, has ordered the withdrawal of mobile police officers from VIPs. In a statement on Tuesday, the spokesman of the Nigerian Police Force, NPF, Muyiwa Adejobi, said the move is part of the pre-organization of the Police Mobile Force, RMF. He expressed concern over the diversion of PMF personnel to non-core roles, including escort and guard duties on private individuals and VIPs, a trend which has undermined the unit's effectiveness. According to Adejobi, to address this, the IGP has announced a series of measures, including the immediate withdrawal of PMF personnel from unauthorized deployment, regular quarterly training focused on ethics and professionalism, and mandatory standby of fully equipped, combat-ready units across all squadrons for rapid tactical support. According to the IGP, all RMF commanders will be held accountable for the conduct of their personnel. IGP Egbetekun, however, urged them to lead proactively through regular training, inspections, and mentorship aimed at upholding discipline, respect for human rights, and operational excellence. Now, residents of Lagos State have expressed concern with the federal government's recent implementation of a 10-year entry ban and daily fines for visa overstays. They are urging the government to prioritize initiatives that would genuinely benefit the nation, such as ensuring economic stability and bolstering security to protect citizens' lives, rather than focusing on punitive immigration policies they believe will not serve the citizens' best interests. Victoria Tokolo's report is presented from our studios.
Following the federal government's announcement of new immigration rules imposing stringent penalties on expatriates who exceed their visa validity, Lagos residents have voiced their opinions. According to the new regulations, overstaying a visa by more than 6 months will result in a 5-year entry ban, while those remaining in the country illegally for a year or longer will face a 10-year ban. Additionally, a daily fine of $15 will be levied from the day the visa expires. Reacting to the government's plan, Lagos residents implored the government to redirect its attention towards revitalizing the struggling national economy and ensuring the safety and well-being of its citizens. They emphasized that the citizens facing daily threats due to insecurity, focusing on punitive immigration measures appears misplaced.
Everybody that's so buoyant to pay 15, but there are people that will want to say, okay, let me just pay off and let me continue my stay or something like that. So that's what I'm saying. That many of us that are experiencing in this country, they are because of the arch economy that is really dealing with us. I will tell you today that many have even stopped their children from going to school, because most of the time you see that in a family like this, you have 4 already in the institution, and you know what the impact of the economy is. Many have even lost their job. So when you're now talking about 10 years ban and $15, that's too much.
Doesn't make sense. I don't know what the federal government wants to achieve with that. Okay, you don't want Nigerians to travel. if you don't want Nigerians to travel, is there not better ways of doing it, or practically trying to make Nigeria to stay? You create the enabling environment for Nigerians to stay. Anybody that you see that traveling outside, one wants to travel, is because he's not finding it easy in Nigeria. So I think the aim of the federal government is to tactically make Nigerians to stay, but there is better ways to encourage Nigeria to stay than to apply that kind of restriction.
If the visa is illegal, I think there's nothing wrong in that. Because for someone to procure an illegal visa, to me, such person is due to any fine. But if the visa is legal, I don't think that penalty is too much. So I think they should be so compassionate about it. I did not say there should be no penalty, but that is too much.
The problem of this country, people are talking about anger. People are hungry. People are hungry. Things are getting out of hand. Look at it. They have just celebrated what do they call it? Easter. People cannot eat. People cannot buy food.
The federal government has stated that these penalties will take effect from the 1st of August 2025.
This is the news update on Trust TV. Coming up after the break. Crocs trend across Nigeria as comfort takes the spotlight. More news when we return. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV. Let's take a look at our top stories again. State speakers call on federal governor to stop the killings. And Delta governor joins APC direct appointees to register. Now moving on to more stories, rubber Crocs have surged in popularity in Nigeria in recent years, evolving into a significant fashion trend. It was once hard to imagine that this previously overlooked rubber footwear would make such a stylish comeback, with many Nigerians sporting them at different occasions. Trust TV's Antonia Ebohon reports.
Crocs have over the years firmly established themselves in the Nigerian fashion landscape. Initially favored for their comfort and versatility, particularly by medical professionals, they are now embraced by people of all ages for diverse occasions, ranging from cultural outings to semi-formal events, demonstrating their surprising blend of comfort and style. The increased demand for chunky rubber slides and the growing interest in sustainable fashion may have fueled this Crocs revival, with many drawn to them due to their durability and potential long-term use, which aligns with them with the eco-conscious fashion choices. However, some Crocs sellers shared their perspective on the current market, noting a slowdown in sales and appealing to the government to address the high cost of fuel, citing as a major factor contributing to the overall increase in the price of goods. They also pointed out the existence of different types of Crocs, including imported and local produce, urban-made versions.
Well, the business is not moving because the economics have shut down everything. You understand? We are not selling. We are dying of hunger. In short, we are dying of hunger now. Nobody's buying anything like before. So I don't know whether you people can help us to talk to the government so that they should, at least what we need is just to reduce the price of fuel, maybe for things to normalize. Because definitely I would say most of the crops they buy, they are foreign because they are trying, but most of the crops that are strong, they are foreign. The difference is the quality. And men looking at it, you know that this one is inferior, this one is the original one.
Yeah, people like that clothes, not the normal slide. You understand? This one. So that they cover their leg well during the rainy season. You understand? Normal slide.
Some FCT residents highlighted the varied reasons for the popularity of Crocs, with financial constraints being a significant factor. They explained that many individuals opt for Crocs as a more budget-friendly alternative to conventional shoes, which have become increasingly expensive.
The hardship, I would say, because many people cannot afford the other shoes, which is the foreign shoes and the Aba shoes. Maybe they prefer crops because it's cheaper than other shoes. That's why they prefer to use it as fashion, because even at normally they're supposed to wear it when there's rainy season. But because they have no option, they cannot afford the other shoes. That's why they have to buy the crops.
So I like to wear this one and it's very simple to me to wear. It's not heavy, just very light. So when I wear it, I walk faster. I do everything free. I have many clothes that match with the shoe. So I used to wear it sometimes. Like yesterday, the one that I wear is not this one, but it's the same type of this one.
Having taken years to overcome its utilitarian image, the rubber crocs has now firmly positioned itself as a noteworthy fashion item in the Nigerian fashion scene. Antonia Ebahon, Trust TV News.
Now, the National Pension Commission has disclosed that it has successfully recovered a total of 1.58 billion naira from defaulting employers through intensified compliance and enforcement mechanisms. This was made known by the Director General of PENCOM, Omolola Oborevwori, on Wednesday in Kano during the first round 2025 Consultative Forum for States and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. According to Oborevwori, remittances by state have continued to improve, reflecting a growing commitment to the CPS among subnational governments. She also revealed that as of February 2025, total pension assets under management had surpassed 23 trillion naira, highlighting the increasing confidence in the Nigerian pension system. The reform brought together key stakeholders to evaluate progress and discuss strategic actions for broader adoption of the contributory pension scheme CPS across the country. Now, away from Nigeria, Israel's military on Wednesday said they likely intercepted a missile launch from Yemen, with the Iran-backed Houthi rebels saying they had launched the attack and claiming it had been successful. Shortly after 4 a.m. local time, the Israeli army announced that the missile triggered air raid sirens in Haifa and other communities in northern Israel. Houthi military spokesman Yahya Sari said the group had carried out the attack on a vital Zionist enemy target in the occupied area of Haifa. Since the war in Gaza broke out in October 2023, the Houthis have repeatedly fired missiles and drones at Israel in what they say is a show of solidarity with the Palestinians. The rebels have also targeted ships they are accused of having ties to Israel as the freighters travel on the Red Sea, a vital waterway for global trade. And now in sport, the Nigerian Premier Football League has slammed El Kanemi Warriors with a 3.5 million naira fine following a crowd surge during their match day 34 clash against Ikorodu City in Maiduguri. The NPFL also ordered their stadium closed to fans for the rest of the season. This was disclosed by NPFL in a post on its website on Wednesday. This comes after El Kanemi Warriors supporters were found guilty of vandalizing the visiting team's vehicle and throwing objects onto the pitch during the match, describing these actions as grave breaches of its code of conduct. And with that, we have come to the end of the news update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us on our media platforms and also watch us live on YouTube for more news, programs, and documentaries. My name is Idris Layebature, thanking you for being with us. Goodbye.